All right, let's keep this train going. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, a very, very, very funny woman, and her name says it all. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jackie Fabulous.
Yeah. All right, give it up for the former head of everything. Motherfucker owes me money. Shit, don't leave that job. Are you crazy? I want that shit. Anyway, it's summertime. It's time to do all the traveling and going to Vegas soon. I love Vegas more than my favorite. I can tell you love Vegas. Vegas is fantastic. But I don't know why you guys always want to fly. Shouldn't it be a road trip? Shouldn't you pack your car with your friends and your posse and go out there? Exactly. But I drive out there. But if you drive with the wrong posse of friends, not fun, right? I don't have a husband, no kids. I don't own a house yet. My 4 best girlfriends all married, have a kid, and they own a condo in Vegas. They wanted to drive. So they wanted to stop off at like Ralph's or Walmart to get like cake mix and baking tins. I'm like, bitch, I'm not going to Vegas to bake fucking muffins. I'm going to Vegas to try cocaine, prostitution. You know what I'm saying? Try and be a lesbian and not get busted on Instagram. You know what I mean? I got shit I want to do. I don't want to bond with you hoes. I want to be a hoe. Wrong friends. And what's the rule, ladies? You get extra whored up when you go to Vegas, right? Your dress is too tight. Your nipples are almost popping out. Your shoes are killing you. You feel like shit, but you look fantastic. Isn't that the rule? Right. Well, I was in Vegas one time, extra whored up, right? And I was on the elevator, standing against the wall, waiting for my floor to come. And this guy gets on the elevator. Instead of facing the crowd, he faces me the whole time. You know why, right? He thought I was a prostitute. So first of all, my outfit, crushing it. Anyway. Okay? And secondly, do you know that for maybe 2 seconds, I was like, what does it feel like to make some money off of this bullshit for once? Pay a bill early for some dick. I've never done that before. And I was like, you know what, sir? We're in Vegas. For you, $5,000. And he was like, what? You're so affordable. Let's go. I was like, oh, my God. I'm a whore now? It's that easy? I done had a new slogan. What happens in Vegas, pay some goddamn bills, okay? Shit, you don't know what I need. Don't assume. I drove out there one time with an ex-boyfriend, and we drove out there. And question for the guys. What is it about a long road trip that some of you guys make unreasonable sexual requests in the car? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, all right? We drove there in the middle of the summer. When you drive through the mountains and whatever, they have a sign that says turn off your AC so your car doesn't overheat. So we turned off the AC, I cracked the window. Inside the car was 4,000 degrees. The boyfriend's like, hey, babe, while we drive, why don't you, a little road attention, come on. I'm like, you want me to pass out mid-blowjob, asshole? What are you gonna tell the cop about the dead girl in your lap? I'll die. You know what he said? I'll tell the cop you died doing what you love. Fuck you. Asshole, I'm doing what you love, you dick. I went to China. That was fun for me. I was there for 2 weeks. It's a long-ass time to be on another continent. 2 weeks. It was a 14-hour plane ride to get there. After a while, I'm like, is it on Earth? Is it on the planet? Jesus Christ, are we almost there? And then it was a 7-hour train ride from the airport to the first show. And they had an American dude take care of me, and he got the flu. I got the flu from him. Not the fun way, just some talking, just some chit-chat. And we're on this train. There was a Chinese family that sat in front of us, and they talked to each other as a family for 7 hours. No one took a nap. No one got up to go pee. Talked to each other talked to their own family for 7 goddamn hours. What the hell are you discussing with your own family? And then there was a cute little chubby Chinese boy in the chair in front of me. He sat up in his chair and he turned around to look at me, and he did with that face that said, "This is new." And he stared at me for 7 hours. I thought he was having a seizure. I'm like, is he okay? Because is he going to blink at some point? What's going on? This same family, they also ate. They ate food for the entire 7-hour trip. 14-course meal, 18 containers of food, of mystery meats and mystery snacks. Some of this shit was still moving. They ate. And they offered it to me because they could tell that I was scared and lonely and I didn't know where I was, so I ate all of it. I ate everything they offered me. I ate all of it. And then we arrived after 7 hours at the train station, so I had to use the bathroom, as you can imagine. I don't know if you know this, but in China, they have what they call a squat toilet. Just a hole in the ground. There's a hole in the goddamn ground. Hopefully you get a YouTube video to watch before you do this, or an informational link. But I'm like, Jackie, go back to the hotel like a lady. Have a plan. Don't squat to use the bathroom. But I had to go, and so I did squat. Did you know that when you squat to use a bathroom, it don't matter what your plans are? Everything came out of my body. Everything. I was shitting for 20 minutes, and I was shitting machine gun style. I'm like, am I gonna die? Everything, every bad memory, every bad decision, an old pair of car keys came out of me. My divorce came out of me again. My gay prom date that I didn't know was gay till after the prom. But here's the point to this really inappropriate, gross story. This was the best poop I've ever had in my entire life. I didn't know I could be so happy. I'm so full of joy now. This poop that I took, it cleared my sinuses. It cleared my pimples. I don't need reading glasses anymore. My credit went up 100 points. I didn't know that you can shit and change your life. After my first show, I went back to my hotel. I prefer to wear dresses and skirts when I perform. Go back to my hotel, I took my skirt off. Because here's the thing, there's no personal space in China. Every line, it's evacuation mode all day long, every day. You kind of want to ask someone that's Chinese, is today the last day? For what? The world, bitch, with all the panic, everybody going. Every line that I stood in, somebody Chinese, this close, right here. I was like, hey, is this normal? Okay, my bad, sorry. Like I said, I prefer to wear dresses and skirts when I perform. I go back to my hotel room after my first show, took my skirt off, and when I rolled it down, an Asian lady fell out of it. That's how close. I want you to get a true visual. When I travel, I try and tack on extra time to go home. I'm originally a New Yorker from the Bronx, yes, East Coast. And I like to go visit this guy that I'm seeing out there. He's my boyfriend, only in New York, though. When I get back on the plane, he don't exist. But in New York, he is my love. And some advice for the guys before I get out of here. Stop asking questions during intercourse. Let's have a good time. We'll talk afterwards. I can't stand all the questions for validation. It's getting on my nerves. There's 2 questions that I've had guys ask me during lovemaking. I want you guys to stop. First question I've heard a lot. When he's in me, he'll be like, whose pussy is this? And I'm like, it's mine. It's my pussy. You know why it's mine? It's mine because I drive a Camry. That's why it's mine. You want it to be yours, go out there and buy me a goddamn Tesla. Otherwise, it belongs to me. Okay? We saw a movie and went to Chili's. How do you want pussy after that? You didn't do anything. Okay, the next question I've been asked a lot. I've had a guy in me, and he'll be like, okay, am I the best you've ever had? I know, right? That's the wrong time for a goddamn survey. You don't want to hear the truth. I don't want to tell you the truth. I want you to focus, and we'll talk after we're all finished. How about that? Because here's the lesson, guys. Gentlemen, pay attention. If you're a good man, and you make good money, and you have a good job, and you take care of your kids, and you take care of your mom, and you love the Lord, and you respect women, guess what? You're not the best she's ever had. Anybody confused? Who's confused? Because most ladies will agree. And when I say most, I mean all. Every race, every age, a female agrees. The best we ever had doesn't have a driver's license, or a credit card, or a debit card, or a bank account, or a car, or a full-time job, or a full-size mattress, or furniture, or food in the fridge. He thinks marijuana's a goddamn food group. He can't leave California. You know why? He got warrants. He can't leave America. He doesn't have a goddamn passport. You want a man with a college degree? That's adorable. He didn't finish high school. Fuck school. He's unmarriable. He's always available. He is what, ladies? The best we've ever had. You know that's the truth. Now, here's why it's so quiet. When I do that joke, usually the girlfriends who are here together as a posse are like, oh my God, she's a wizard. How does she know? But when I do it in front of couples, The girl looks at me all the time like, bitch, he's my ride. Fuck you in this stroke. I'm Jackie Fabulous, guys. Thanks so much.
Jackie Fabulous. Woo, I think they like you.
Thank you, guys.
Jackie, you were fabulous.
Thank you.
And you were Jackie. You were
Yes,
Jackie
I was both
Fabulous.
at the same
You
time.
were total. I have so many questions to ask you. First of all, who does your hair, girl?
I get it braided either here or in New York when I'm visiting back and forth, and I go to a black barbershop for the rest.
A black barbershop.
Yeah.
I do too. I go to black barbershops. Because, I feel like they care.
They do care. They're very nosy. I like it in there.
I've got fish out of water in there. But and then they shave the side of your head.
Yeah.
And was that kind of a nerve-wracking thing to do the first time?
The first time I was just bored. I was just one of the black girls who was a slave to straightening, and the older I get, my hair was just like, what are you doing? We want to stay. So I just stopped doing all that.
And you were tired of cutting yourself, too, because you're so bored. You said, I'm going to do something else.
Exactly, yeah. Less to worry about. This is less to worry about.
Those are, I want to say Activa, but no. LASIK? No. What are they? What are they called?
You're like not even in the ballpark.
Help me out.
Acrylic.
Acrylic, that's
yes.
it, acrylic.
He tried. Wasn't that cute? He tried.
So you're not out playing Frisbee, are you?
No, I don't do any. I don't believe in sports. No.
You don't do any sports?
No.
Any physical work at all?
I mean, not with clothes on. What?
What?
What? That was too easy. I'm sorry.
So you went to China to perform?
Yes, sir.
And do you speak Chinese?
Not a lick. No. Well, arigato, that's Japanese. No, let's go with no.
Yeah. I had a Chinese girlfriend for a while once.
Did you?
I thought she was Chinese. Turns out she was just really tired. Come on, Jackie.
Wow, so racist. That was fantastic. So racist. I loved it. It was funny though.
Yeah.
You can be that when you're funny.
So you are a ladies' man.
I'm a ladies' man.
You're a man's lady.
A man's lady.
A manny lady.
A manny, yeah.
A manny's lady.
No, not really. A lot of it is an act. I'm very, when it comes to dating, I'm kind of conservative.
You seem so sweet when you came up here.
I did?
Yeah, I
Oh,
thought,
thank
here's
you.
a sweet little girl. I hope she does well.
Little girl. Well,
Yeah.
in the business, maybe compared to you, you're a legend, so. You know you're a goddamn legend. Stop it.
I've always been a legend.
See? Receive it. Let's receive it.
It's hard to, when somebody says you're a legend, because that kind of means, to me, that means stale.
No.
You've been around for a while.
No.
Legend. And it's always not true. Legends aren't always true, are they?
They're not all, well, legend.
Like the legend of Sleepy Hollow?
They can be wives' tales, or what do they call it?
Is it Wise Tale or Wives' Tale?
Wives. You know what? I just kind of say it quickly so you can't know it's wrong. It's the old wives' tale,
You know what's funny, Jackie? When you're talking about squatting over that Chinese toilet, I was visualizing it.
Right.
And, but no, I remember being at a tourist place where a lot of Asians went there, and I saw a sign where it was telling, it was a very basic drawing of somebody squatting on the toilet seat.
Yeah.
And it had a slash through it. Like, we don't do that here.
Over a hole or the actual
On the
Western
actual toilet seat and squatting on that
Oh,
because
they
they're so
wanted to
used
do what
to.
they're used to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's none of the business what I do behind that door in that stall.
Right?
Yeah. How they know?
What about those heated toilet seats that spray up the water? How great are those?
You know what? My first time in Japan, I found my first bidet, and not for nothing, they could do more than clean you out. Okay.
How long were you on that?
I mean, I missed my flight. That's how long. No, I'm joking.
Your credit went through the roof on that one. Oh my God. Doesn't that feel good?
Oh, it was amazing.
What is it about the asshole?
I don't know. Oh, God. It's funny you should ask that.
I went for a hike the other day. I do a
Okay.
lot of hiking. And one of those toilets, it was a nice cement place outside. I thought, oh, good, a nice toilet. Probably not a bidet. But I went in there, and it was such a filthy mess. But I really had to go.
You're a man. You can take
Number
it out
2.
anywhere. Oh.
Number 2.
Sorry.
And I did the squatting thing over the porta potty where you could smell all that crap down below.
Yeah.
And, and my knees were like when you're squatting like this, you know?
Yes.
And, you don't want to touch anything and your pants are down in the water on the floor.
Yeah.
and right now it's happening. My knees are popping left and right, popping. And
No more kale smoothies before you hike, just so you know.
I thought maybe the gas is moving from the back down to my knees, and that's what's popping, in the knees.
That's one of the first things that happen as we get older is your joints are just like, what are you doing? Stop. Where are you going? It lets you know you're doing too much.
Yeah. Why did you get divorced?
Okay. Did I say that in my set? I don't even remember.
I picked it up.
Yeah, you picked it. What's
Something
that
had
mean?
happened on the toilet. You got divorced.
You know what? I divorced him because we were together from 21 to 31, but I wasn't in love with him the whole
19,
time.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
we
you weren't.
We were together for 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
And then we eloped in Vegas, and then I divorced him 8 months after because I realized it was a mistake.
Why does that happen? You're with somebody for so long, and then you make that commitment to stay with them, and no.
Because you kind of get married thinking, well, we might as well. We've been doing this for so long. Then I
And that's
realized,
scared.
oh,
That scared you guys.
It scared me. He didn't want me to leave. He tried to kill himself when I wanted a divorce. Yeah,
Really?
It's that good. I'm kidding.
How did he try to kill himself?
We were driving to the airport. He kept trying to open the door and jump out the car while I was driving.
Oh, no, I do that all the time. That's just a ploy. That's nothing.
I know. I wasn't even driving. He wasn't committed. I wasn't driving fast or anything.
So you stayed with him for another couple of years until he got over the whole death thing. Because you didn't want that. Yeah, he wanted to kill himself.
Oh, he died. He had a heart attack and died.
He decided to have his own heart attack and do it.
I broke his heart, so he just decided no.
Man.
He died anyway.
I'm sorry. You still feel bad.
We weren't together, so it's all right.
So fuck him. Isn't that? I just want to circle back to the poop again.
Yes.
Isn't that? It is really good when you have a good bowel movement.
I think of amazing jokes. In my head while I'm having a bowel movement. It just loosens up the creativity.
It's the world is on fire when that's happening.
I don't know what that means.
When you go into a stall, I don't either. When you go into a stall, do you lock the door because you don't want somebody to see you taking a poop, or you don't want them to be embarrassed to see you?
I kind of check and see who's in the bathroom overall, and if I happen to get comfortable with the right amount of toilet covers and I'm ready to go.
You spread the gasket on the seat?
What's the gasket?
The paper that you pull out of
I put 2 layers.
Oh, you double up on it.
It depends on, it happens a lot in coffee shops. The coffee beans in Starbucks, coffee just cleans out my life. And I'm like, that coffee bean bar is about to get it right now. Yeah.
Well, could you have a better bowel movement at a Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf or a Starbucks?
Coffee bean.
Why is that?
Starbucks comes with handcuffs.
Oh, it does.
Sorry. I wasn't committed to that. I'm sorry. I prefer coffee bean overall.
When you're in China.
Yes.
Do they have a Chinatown? No, or not? Or is it all considered Chinatown?
It's all, you know what? They don't really put China in the front of their words. It's just a place they live.
Now, I'm not being racist here.
Oh, here we go.
It's not appropriate to call an Asian person that's from China. Is there any Chinese people here tonight? Oh, let me ask you. Take a break.
Get ready.
It's not proper to call a Chinese person a Chinaman? No? Even if they're a man and they're from China? That would be like calling me an Irish man or an Ireland man, right?
You know where they say that? They do say Chinaman. My family's Jamaican. And when we come across people who are Chinese and whatever, we call them Chinamen. So our culture, we say it, but it's such a cultural thing. Nobody really, thinks about it as racist. You look bored. Am I boring?
No. I'm just trying to figure out how they got away with that. Are your parents big potheads because they're from Jamaica?
Nobody in my family smokes or drinks.
No Rastafarian
I'm the only
music?
One. No, I mean.
Reggae?
No, I've had potheads in me, but I haven't had. Once again, I saw.
When was the last time you had somebody in you?
Usually when you talk about it a lot, it's because you miss it.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
know. Do you miss it?
Yeah, kind of.
You would never pay for it, would you? Or have you?
You know, I had an offer to pay for it, but I just need for nobody to know.
That's the best.
That's the.
No, it's the best.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
No, even if they don't know it, you just put it in their account. They don't even know it. That's what I
Venmo,
do.
Venmo them quick.
Venmo is
Venmo
always
them.
good. Yeah. So where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Ooh. In 10 years, probably.
Here, I'm going to tell you where I'm going to see you in 10 years.
I'll be okay. You do it.
You're going to have your own show.
Aww.
That's a
Don't
no-brainer.
make me cry.
And I can't believe I haven't met you before because
No.
you're so sweet and so funny and
Thank
so
you.
likable.
Well, my agent is here, so talk to him after.
I don't
the
like
show.
him so much. Not a fan of him.
He's like, you lost me.
But yeah, do you like talking to people, right?
Yes.
You're easy with people?
Yes.
Are you jealous of Oprah?
Not at all. No.
Would you like to have her job?
I want to be a funny Oprah. I'm going to be a funny Oprah. I want my own talk show. Yeah.
Nice to have for Jackie Fabulous. Thank you, Jackie. Jackie Fabulous.